You want to do the intro this time?
Yep.
Okay, you into it.
Wait, I don't remember.
You go, hey everybody, it's time for another MOTUfigures.com video spotlight.
Hey everybody.
Wait, hang on, I'll give you the cue. Ready? Okay, go.
Hey everybody. I can't say it.
It's time for another MOTU Figures video spotlight. We'll just go in. That was a good try, though. You'll get it. Next time you'll you'll sail right into it. All right. Well, we're going. Okay. Okay. So it's time for another MOTUfigures.com video spotlight. We just did the Queen Marlena version of the figure. Now we're going to do the Captain Glenn version of the figure, and that is her in the spacesuit. This is awesome. When I first heard that they were going to be doing, the spacesuit version and stuff, I assumed she'd be in the white spacesuit from the cartoon, and it would just be like a clunky thing you put over the figure. And then I saw the pictures and I was like, well, that's interesting. They're doing kind of a 50s sci-fi girl thing. I don't really know if I need that. It was kind of like, I wish they'd put more money into Cringer and not done this. But now that I have this in hand, I love this figure. I think she is awesome in the spacesuit.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, are they using like Tila's head or something?
No, it does look a lot like Tila, though. You're right. When you get this all out, it does look a lot like Tila's head, but it is not. I think it's just the Four Horsemen. There's a certain like Four Horsemen look to females, and their faces can sometimes look a little similar, but when you get in there and look, you can see the differences. But yeah, I also thought that when I first, I was like, wow, that looks kind of like Tila. I think it's because the similar hair, maybe, and the similar hair color and stuff like that. So we get Captain Glenn. Now, she comes with all the parts. This is the version that you get off MattyCollector.com, but you get all the parts to turn her into the standard Queen Marlena in the green dress. But she comes shipped like this, if you got her off Matty Collector. As you can see, she's meant to be in this like sort of 50s era sci-fi-y spacesuit thing to mimic her history as an astronaut. She comes with the holster from Adora and the pistol from Adora, but colored differently, which is removable. Do you notice that? You know it was like Adora's?
No.
Yeah, it's Adora's, basically.
I knew the belt was.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bit of reuse of parts there, and there's a lot of Adora's parts in the body, too. Although I wish that Adora had this sort of suit that they've got on her, because it looks a lot better. It looks like tighter to the body and doesn't look quite as diapery on the bottom. Although I love Adora, I wish it was more like this. She comes with this awesome Higuchi, I think that's the name of the gun. But it's the He-Man movie gun, which is
awesome.
Awesome. So awesome. Anytime they throw in something from the 87 movie, I'm super excited, because I love the 87 movie.
You mean like the pre-attorney He-Man's Cosmic Key?
Exactly. And also, whatchamacallits, Blaster was, I've lost my train of thought now. Was it Adora's Blaster that was the Tila gun from the movie?
Yes.
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? That was Adora's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing my train of thought as I get old. So anytime they throw in something from the 87 movie, I'm super excited.
Yeah. Super
excited. So seeing this gun, awesome. So that's really cool. She's got this cool, like, bubble helmet thing, and she's got the little symbols from, like, the Filmation, her ship from the Filmation series. That's really neat. That's a little kind of throw in there. To get her helmet area off, you pop off her head, and then you just take off this helmet gear. You can pop the head back on, and now she's without her helmet. And it's got little Glenn written on the uniform, and that piece then comes off, and you put on the dress to make her into Marlena. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at her bio. Here. Of course, she's on a big card because she comes with Cringer, just like Orko and Adam were. Alright, here we go. Captain Glenn, real name Marlena Glenn. Before she was Queen of Eternia, Marlena Glenn was a heroic explorer and space captain from planet Earth. Along with her courageous crew, she traveled the stars in search of new sources of fuel for her homeworld. A crack shot with almost any laser rifle, she prefers a Higuchi 114 model for its speed and accuracy. On many adventures, she learned to rely not only on her strength and courage, but her intellect as well. After completing her assignment with Project Photog, Marlena volunteered to pilot an experimental warp ship through a black hole. Arriving in the center of her dimension, she became the first Earthling to make contact with the magical planet of Eternia. Late in life, she used the power of the cosmic key to return to her homeworld, discovering a great secret that linked the two planets she called home. Okay, so for the most part, we already knew most of this stuff. Marlena's from Earth. She goes in a spaceship. She finds Eternia. She lives there. The things that are kind of noteworthy in this bio is they name this rifle the Higuchi 1114 model. And Higuchi is the name of one of the guys that works for Mattel. So that's why they call it this. Let's see.
I have two things to say.
Sure, let's hear it.
First of all, who's Photog?
Photog. Okay, so they named this. We talked about Photog for a second. I didn't even think that he might not know who Photog was. I think I mentioned to you before, but it's been a while. Photog, back when I was a kid, there was a create a character contest, much like there's one right now. You remember it a little bit now, what I'm talking about? Okay, so they had this create a character contest. This kid named Nathan Bittner won with his Photog creation, which is this camera head. You got it. Now you remember. So he won, but it didn't get made. For some reason, he got the scholarship, but the figure never got made back then. And so now they've made a deal with Nathan Bittner, and Photog figures coming, and Photog being tied into bios and stuff like that.
And here's what else I have to say. I like how they made the Filmation version, because they could have done any other version. The comic version where she had the gray hair, the 2000s version.
Exactly.
They could have done it in any other version.
That's a really good point. Yeah, in the original DC Comics, you're right, she was gray-haired, she was older, and then they could have done the Filmation version, or the 2000s version, which some people like the 2000s version. I don't like it. Yeah, the New Adventures, oof, that one's rough. So yeah, I am also glad that they chose the one that looks most like the Filmation version.
Yeah.
Project Photog. That's really cool that they call it that. I'm still very curious to see who these other astronauts were, if they are going to be like Major Matt Mason, if they're going to make them. You know, when I first saw this figure, heard about the figure, I was like, why is she wearing green? Why isn't she in white like the Filmation? It's not really an astronaut outfit. But now that I've heard this, and you know, if they're playing off the whole Rainbow Warriors thing, it'd be cool if they ended up making the other astronauts in outfits that were similar to these,
like
with different colors.
Red, green.
Exactly. Like Major Matt Mason was a red figure. Like his spacesuit was red. So it'd be cool to have this kind of figure if they ever did a Major Matt Mason in MOTU, and he had a red outfit like this, and then the other ones had different colors, and it felt... Stop cracking your knuckles, dude. That's a bad habit. It would be cool if they did all of them in the different colors, and they made like a rainbow like team.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since Photog was part of her team, right?
Yeah.
Well,
No. The team was called Project. The whole mission was called Project Photog.
Oh, I thought like Photog was like part of their team or had something to do with it.
No, we don't know what's going on with Photog yet. We won't find out until we read his bio.
I was going to ask if he was going to come with a spacesuit bio too, if he was part of their team.
I don't know. You know, it'd be cool if he was part of the team, because the Bittner was named on the little thing that showed all the names from the team.
Yeah. So
it'd be cool if they did a Bittner figure in one of these spacesuits. I would take the whole team now that I know there's a whole team, and they're going to maybe play off the whole aspect of the Major Matt Mason characters all being different colors, and that's why she's green. I would take a Photog, maybe make him in yellow, like Nathan Bittner in yellow, or Nathan Bittner's blue or whatever, playing off the Photog colors. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So I guess that about wraps her up, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with this outfit. I really like it. Didn't think I would care about this one. Thought I would just display the dress and I'd be done with it. But now I really am glad I got two, so I can display her in both outfits.
I didn't think it was going to come with the spacesuit till you told me.
Yeah, I kept telling you there's Marlena coming, and you didn't know about the spacesuit thing.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It gives you a lot of options for display, and she comes with a ton of accessories. I mean, when you add in Marlena's stuff, the sword and the big staff thing, the extra head, the dress. Oh, definitely. And you get Cringer and everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cringer, we're going to do him next. So we're going to sign off on this one, and then we're going to do Cringer next time.
Good journey.
Good journey. We'll see you next time.